I wonder if our personalities have changed, like, say, since high school.
Like, academics weren't my thing.
Freshman and sophomore year were harder for me.
How would you describe yourself in high school? I wanted to go have fun in the afternoons and chill and hang out with friends.
I just didn't join a lot of clubs and things I wish I had. But the one thing I did do was music theater.
Toyota Celica hatchback.
1979 Chevy Malibu.
I just remember driving in the Jeep, my cut-off jean shorts, bikini top.
I had braces. I had the big curly hair.
House parties. And here we went to bars.
I really kind of didn't have all that until more like senior year.
The nun stood there and made us kneel and check our skirt length. But I was rebellious in other ways. Breaking curfew, sneaking out of the house.
What was the worst trouble you ever got in at school? Oh my God, Megan, we had different experiences. I mean, my best friend decided we were going to skip school that day because it was Halloween. He picked me up on his motorcycle.
I had beer in my locker once. I think I just wanted to see if I could get away with it.
I think we did about 1,000
we did
questions.
a bunch of questions right now. Okay.
Welcome back
to Worth Mentioning
with Megs and Mel.
Yeah, Megs and Mel.
We're here. I'm Mel. I wonder if our personalities have changed, like, say, since high school.
Oh, for sure.
Do you feel like yours has?
Well, okay, yes and no. I say for sure because I'm like, oh, how could it not have? There are definitely parts of it, I think, that have. But then because you just mature, you get a little bit wiser.
You grow into maybe yourself. I feel like I've grown. I'm growing into myself.
Decisions I would make differently with an adult brain versus my teenage brain.
Oh, that's a whole different thing. Like there's about 1,000 things. I think I might do everything differently if I had to do it all over again with an adult brain versus the brain that I had that was only half functioning in high school.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could do over. You know, people always. Oh, I totally do.
Yeah.
You don't want. There's nothing you would do over.
My theory in that kind of thing is, if anything was done over, what I am doing right now would not be the same. My theory has always been, or my way of thinking is like, if any of that changed, my current situation would not be the same. So, and I like my life, my children, where I am, so no, I would not go back and change any of that because I feel like you change any of that, it changes the course, your direction.
It's that whole, remember Back to the Future when they started changing one thing and then things got erased.
It changes everything. Yeah.
See, I don't know that I like a lot of parts of things, or I wish a lot of things had happened differently, except my kids.
Yeah.
So aside from that, if you could take, obviously I would not want my children to change. But if you took that out of the picture, out of the equation, they were going to remain the same, then I would make a lot of different decisions.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's get into a little bit more because we're trying to learn about each other and as we become friends, because we are still newer friends, say in the past 3-4 years. So we don't know everything about each other like your besties do that were with you back in high school or college. So I want to know more about you when you were in high school. Just to kind of get to know what high school Melissa was. Because I think high school, that time period in our lives is very defining. We think back about it a lot, whether for good or for bad. and it can be a fun time also.
Yeah.
But it can also be some things maybe not fun to think back on. Some things maybe we want to forget.
What year did you graduate?
91.
And I graduated in 92. But are you a week younger than me? What? So did you start school early?
Yes.
You know what my deal was? I started school in Texas, and I think the age thing was different. I think you had to go by December.
No, I was always younger than everybody.
Why?
In my class.
How did you do that?
My parent. I don't know. They just started me
Did
earlier.
you graduate at 17?
Yes.
I graduated at 18.
I didn't turn 18 until the second semester of college.
Damn. You were way younger. You should have graduated with me.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
And that is what I wish my parents would not have done that.
Yeah.
Not sure it's not like I was some super smart kid that needed to go to school. It was I think maybe my mom was ready to go back to full-time work or needed to go back to full-time work. And it was she needs to go to school.
God, you were young starting.
So yeah, I think I would have been a better student had I have gone with like the group I should have been in.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did they do that to me?
And I wish I'd gone ahead.
Because I do think I would have been more, my brain would have been more ready for certain things that
With
it
a little
just
more
wasn't
maturity.
developmentally ready for sure.
Yeah.
And a little more maturity maybe.
So what do you think that would have, like, in high school? Like, how do you think that impacted you in high school?
I think if it did at all, it was like I just like academics weren't my thing. Not
Really?
because I wasn't smart, I just didn't care that much about
Yeah.
it. I didn't care to excel at any of them really.
What do you think, like,
I
your
did
average
fine.
grades were?
I was more of like a BC student.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was more of a B, some B's with probably more A's than C's, but still a few C's. That's where I was.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like freshman and sophomore year were harder for me all around, getting used to it.
Yeah.
I definitely felt out of place.
Yeah.
And I felt better junior year, and then senior year, I really enjoyed.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Did you feel that way? Do you remember starting school? I remember starting as a freshman and going to this school where I knew some of the people, but I didn't know that many. And it was an old school. It wasn't aesthetically pleasing at all. It kind of almost wants to look like a prison. It looked like cinder blocks with a gate around it. And so... And I just felt so unstable and insecure and scared, and not scared for my personal safety, but just like scared that first year.
Yeah.
My best friend went to another school.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
So the school I went to was a, kindergarten through 12th grade. And
I always wanted that.
At 8th grade, there was like the school, like you went to a different area when you went to transition to high school. But I went to the school from 6th grade to 12th.
Yeah.
So I had like a core group of friends going into freshman year.
Yeah. Did that core group stay once y'all got to high school, or did it change?
It stayed.
That's good.
It stayed. Plus we met some new people because new people were coming.
Yeah.
And not, like I said, some people did leave, but it wasn't really presented to me as an option that I could leave. Like my parents were like, "You're just gonna stay here."
See, I wanted that because when we moved here, I was in the 5th grade. So the public schools were K to 5 was elementary, 6 to 8 was middle, 9 to 12 was high school. So I got here in 5th grade, so the end of elementary. So I went to one school in 5th grade, and then I started a school for 9 weeks in middle school. And at that time, my parents were getting me tested for gifted because I was gifted, which is probably the source of all my problems. That firstborn daughter, gifted, that whole thing. So the gifted test came back after 9 weeks in middle school. So I went to like 4 schools within like 2-ish years, and I hated that. And then, but I did finish middle school in
yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah,
to do that many schools.
It was a lot, and that's such a transitional icky time.
Sure, absolutely, it's a very awkward time.
Yeah. So then I went into high school, and I did stay, all 4 years at the one high school.
Yeah.
But I didn't. It's not like I had a core group of friends. I mean, because everything kept changing.
How would you describe yourself in high school?
Quiet. Very unsure of myself. Very insecure.
Yeah.
I was insecure for a bunch of reasons. We did not have money at all in high school, or in school when I was growing up, period. Like we had none. So I definitely felt like I never had like the clothes that people had, I never had, and that's a thing. I mean, it just is a thing. I wish it wasn't a thing, but it is.
Yeah.
Like I was wearing like boys hand-me-downs that we got from like my mom's friend. I remember trying to we had a tight roll jeans. You remember tight roll jeans? But I was wearing like these Levi's that from some boy, and they were like boot cut, I'm guessing. And I trying to tight roll those.
It didn't work very
well. It did
well.
not work well. So it's like we just didn't, like we had these old cars. It's like embarrassing cars where I didn't want to be picked up, in front of the school, or I didn't drive. When I did drive, like my car was really old. I had a 1979 like my grandparents' car. And I was great. I was lucky to have a car, period. I realized that. But it was
And my
really,
first car was 10 years old.
yeah. Well, mine was
Yeah.
79, 89. All right, whatever. But it was just embarrassing. Like there's a lot of things that made me feel really embarrassed and really probably less than. And so I struggled a lot with that.
Were there
Also,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Were the other students mean about that? Like pointing that
No,
out?
I would say
It
that
was
they
more
were not mean.
from within you.
Yeah, I definitely was not one of the popular kids.
Uh-huh.
I was not at all.
Yeah.
So it was, but it wasn't. I don't know that it was necessarily that. I don't know if it maybe be just because of my personality. Maybe I think it was because I was quieter and I was again very insecure and very scared, and maybe I just didn't show myself or I was afraid to, or maybe I was annoying. That too. I'm not sure totally.
Well, I mean, how can we be, right?
Exactly.
I mean, we only have our own memories, and
right.
Nobody else that was with us in high school is sitting here telling
us. But
I
think all of those things contributed to that, like why I, was like that.
This is like how you saw yourself, you know? I think it would be interesting now. I'd love to like see one of my friends from high school and be like, how would you describe me in high school?
I don't want anyone to. I don't want even
like I want to know.
I do not. Y'all can save me that.
I don't know how far off my memory is from what they think, you know?
Oh, see, I already feel like I'm already a terrible critic of myself. I don't want it to be any worse. So hopefully it's not. But yeah, so that's how I was in high school. I mean, and I felt better by senior year. Like I felt like I had a, like we had a really small school.
Yeah.
And
like how many were in your graduating class?
Well, it was interesting because there was a lot of division in the classes, mainly because the school was half kids who were in the gifted program and half were not. So there was that kind of separated us because we were truly like in separate classes, all like completely separate classes, except for maybe like PE and stuff. So it kind of felt like the group that I was with, that was, was a smaller group than the school as a whole.
Yeah.
And so I don't remember how many, I don't know, maybe 150-ish. Maybe it was 300 total, maybe about 100, 150-ish per, gifted versus non-gifted. Yeah. And again, it's like, it's not because there was intentional, like people didn't want to hang with each other. It's just that we were in separate like class paths. So our paths didn't cross very often. They did a little bit. They did at lunch and they did it, Yeah. So it felt like a little bit of a smaller group.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my graduating class was like right under 100. Yeah. How would I describe myself?
Yes. How would you describe yourself?
But I mean, like there was the same differences that you're talking about. Like there were, like say my dad was a cop, right? But also in my class, we had kids with that their dads were judges. The mayor's daughter was in my class. Like, so we had like this, to me, that shows a spectrum, right? You have all the way from like the civil servant, the cop on the ground to the mayor. So there was this spectrum, so yeah, there were other kids that could, get things a lot easier, the new fashion or whatever the popular things were.
But does it feel like that impacted you? Did you have some of that, like an average amount of that stuff, would you say? Or did you feel like you were lacking in those things?
No, I feel like my parents worked really hard to get me those things that I wanted. I didn't have like a plethora of them, but I would get things if, say I wanted it for Christmas. My parents worked their asses off to get, to provide for us what we needed and some things that we wanted. We didn't get everything we wanted, but got enough, but I also think maybe it just didn't matter to me as much, some of the things. Like I said, I definitely wasn't academically driven. I played volleyball like in middle school, and I tried out for the high school team, and I definitely would have made it to it because I got on callback lists and all that, and I just I didn't show up.
Oh,
I do regret that. Yeah, I do, because I think I would have been a phenomenal player. One of the coaches came to me like after when I didn't come for the next tryout, and she was like, "You need to come to tryout. Like we want you on the team, basically." And
why didn't you go?
Because I didn't want to have this like it's kind of like how I am now, really. I didn't want to be locked into having to go to like practices and games. I wanted to go have fun in the afternoons
That's
and chill
interesting.
and hang out with friends and have that freedom.
Yeah.
So part of me, that's one of the things you think back to. I'm like, why did my parents not like question that a little bit more with
Yeah.
me? Like, what is going on? But I don't think they knew. Schools didn't communicate back
It
then
was
like
different.
they do now.
It was a
Nobody
lot.
probably told them, oh, look, she made it on the callback list and didn't show up.
Although I will say something interesting, because I want to talk about the fact that like the more like I didn't join a lot of things either, and I don't know why I didn't. I don't know because I just didn't join a lot of clubs and things I wish I had.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, again, were not involved, so they weren't like where I'm always like, okay, with my kids, did you join this? Have you done this?
Mm-hmm.
They don't enjoy that, but I didn't participate in a lot of things, and I think that was to my detriment too.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing I did do was music theater.
Mm-hmm.
And I was never in a main role.
Mm-hmm.
Like the highlight, the pinnacle of my success was when I got to be the principal in Greece, the old lady principal.
Yeah.
But I tried out to be one of the
Pink ladies.
the pink ladies, and I didn't make it. And that was a time my dad came to the school and he talked to the teacher because he was like, he wanted me to be a pink lady too. And they did not give in.
He was upset for you.
He was upset for me. And, they didn't give in, probably rightfully so, because I can't sing.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that I do it all the time. And so, but generally they weren't involved, but he somehow caught wind of that and he marched himself up to the school.
Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
He believed in me.
So
did you join other things?
I mean, in the beginning, I would say like, freshman year more so. Like I joined Key Club.
There's like I was in Key Club too.
Yeah, and all my friends did that. I was in the choir throughout all of high school and middle school and grammar school. Like I sang throughout my whole
That's awesome
school time. And we did like competitive, like singing kind of stuff, which was fun. I love singing, but I
do too.
And I did some theater stuff. Not like I was like in all the plays, but every now and then, but I don't know, like at some point, stage fright really took hold where it wasn't as bad. Like in middle school, I was in all the plays.
Yeah. Why do you think you got more afraid?
I don't know. I really don't. But I just was more, I guess, self-aware, self-conscious. I don't know. But
did anything change like with you, like physically, emotionally, anything do you feel like that
probably
made you more?
I mean, I was a teenager, so things physically and emotionally were changing all the time.
That's true. But nothing that you like, nothing big thing that you remember.
Incident. No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. My first car was a Toyota Celica hatchback.
Well, see, I wanted a Toyota Celica I wanted a Toyota Celica. That was a cool car.
I don't think you know which car I'm talking about, but
I do.
It was a brown hatchback.
We're gonna don't forget to put a picture.
I'll put a picture up
and then we're gonna put a picture up of mine.
10 years old
because mine. We're putting a picture up of my. What was it? A Malibu. My grandparents' 1979 Chevy Malibu that was also brown. I wanted a Celica.
I mean, we all had beaters growing. Like nobody started getting new cars until like senior year, and then people were starting to get new cars.
Not me.
So I didn't get a new car until like into my freshman year of college.
I got a newer one at some point. I got a Mazda Protege.
I had a Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Oh, God, that was a nice car too.
I loved that car.
I guess you did.
It was fun.
You had the fun cars.
That was a fun car. Yeah, no, that was a good one. But yeah, I had the Celica. Then I temporarily drove like this red Ford Ranger.
Okay.
Pickup truck.
A truck.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like in between until I finally got the new car, which was, they got my brother his new car like before his freshman year. So that was kind of like
unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother got, I remember he got a Honda Prelude Did my sister too? They were very nice. I'm
I
still
like the Honda Preludes were nice.
going to put on the record that I'm still mad about that.
It's one of a Jeep was on my list, and we had looked at Jeeps, but my dad decided that he didn't feel safe with me in a Jeep at that age, with like driving through the city with the top off and all that. You're very vulnerable, you know. So
are.
it's like I
Have I
wasn't a
mentioned that
huge
I want
deal.
a Jeep now?
You have.
Have I mentioned that? Is it worth mentioning? I've
My
only.
brother had a Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see that? My brother had a Jeep.
Are you still salty
His
about
was
it?
like an old CJ7 Jeep. It was an awesome.
I want
Jeep.
that now. One of my good friends had one of those.
Well, fun story. So he went away to boot camp while I was still in high school.
Did you take it?
And I drove that Jeep. It needed to be driven. It was an old car, you know.
It needed to be driven.
They don't start sometimes.
One of my best friends in high school, who I'm still in touch with, had this Jeep, and we used to drive all over in it, and we had the best time. I think that's where my love of Jeeps developed.
We would go this place called The Fly here up by the river. That's where we all hung out. But I just remember driving in the Jeep, my cutoff jean shorts, bikini top.
Oh my God, Megan, you were hot.
Ray-Bans. Like
with your blonde hair.
With my blonde tan.
And your tan.
Blonde and tan. Yeah.
Wow. See, that was another thing in high school.
Good memory.
Is that I was heavier than I am now the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I had so I'm part Hispanic, and I would get a lot of questions about like, what are you?
Yeah.
Which is not like I didn't have the confidence. Like I felt like I was being criticized. Because people are like, what are you? You're not, in a way that didn't feel nice.
Yeah.
I had braces, had the big curly hair, which actually was in style. But I just wasn't, I didn't have nice clothes. So that picture, maybe should we put up a picture of ourselves in high school?
Yeah. Certainly.
That's going to take a lot of vulnerability.
Of courage for you.
And courage. Yeah.
I was smaller than I am now.
Yeah.
And athletic build type. Yeah. And I was very much into I liked going out little boy crazy, and
I wanted to. I just wasn't asked out.
Many parties, house parties, which I love, and here we went to bars. We all could, like, nobody was IDing us in our freshman year in high school.
See, I didn't have any of that until like senior year.
Yeah, no, it was like throughout high school. And this is not to brag. That's just how it was.
No, it's not bragging. This was your experience.
It's what we did. There was drinking from, like summer before freshman year is probably when it started.
See, I didn't have that.
Not that it's a great thing.
No, but I mean,
I did have a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and that's what I wanted, and I didn't have that. I really kind of didn't have all that until more like senior year.
So there's all the groups, right?
Yeah.
There's the like nerds, the popular girls.
Yeah.
The jocks.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an all girl school too.
Oh, that's true.
What are some other groups you can think of?
Like the skaters. Remember the alternative group?
We didn't really have skaters.
I remember we said
there were some like more alternative,
like the
artsy ones,
the artsy alternative crowd,
more like grungy.
Yes,
kind of. Yeah.
There's the grunge crowd or the
for sure.
Yeah.
And I, this is where I would love somebody to tell me, because I definitely was not. This is how I feel. I definitely wasn't like nerdy. I was not one of the brainiacs.
I wasn't nerdy in a brainy way. I was just nerdy in a nerdy all around uncool way.
In this, maybe not necessarily starting out freshman year. I'm not saying that. It's just like a development over time. I was definitely not in the cliquey popular girl group.
Yeah.
The ones who were like more, they were bitchy. I'm sorry if that's one of you. But sometimes, those. And then there were the ones that were like popular because they were like the class clown, loud, always doing funny things, or being kind of bullyish.
And then I felt like there's the popular because they were into everything, like the class president stuff, and just there was the smart class president, nice. There was that kind of popular too.
One of my good friends, she was like class president, honor society, like all that.
Very well-rounded.
But I wouldn't put her in that like cliquey popular girl group.
Well, that's why I was saying it's a different kind of popular.
Yeah. So I think that's the group I was in, like the different kind of popular.
Okay.
Of like, and I want to say I was a popular girl. I was just like, I feel like I got
along. If you were.
I got along with all the groups.
That's a good thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, did I love sometimes the ones that could be on the bitchy side? No, I didn't. Of course not. I didn't hang out with them.
Yeah.
But maybe they thought I was bitchy too. So yeah, I think I was more like worried about just having fun than school. Mm-hmm. I think that's how I would describe myself.
Yeah.
A good like senior year. So our very last day, we wore uniforms. So like the very last day of senior year that we wore uniforms. We all, because there was a length our skirts had to be. And the nuns would check the length.
How long did they have to be?
When you knelt on the floor, the skirt had to touch the ground.
Okay.
So we decided we were cutting our skirts short. So
on the last day, you mean?
The last day we had to wear uniforms because there were more days, but we could like dress down or whatever. So we cut our skirts, and a lot of the girls put like bows in their hair
with the skirt material.
Mine was like a do-rag. Like I wrapped it around my head.
I wish there was a picture
Rambo
of that.
Style.
I love that.
And we all got in trouble. They made us. But it was the last day.
What did they make y'all do?
They called us all to the library. We all had to go to the library, and then one by one we had to exit. And the nun stood there and made us kneel and check our skirt length.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. And they made some girls go home.
Oh my God!
They gave some girls demerits
on the last day.
On the last day, mine was too short.
No.
But I was not, so as much as I was kind of like rebellious, I was not rebellious in a way that I got in trouble at school. Like I was not causing trouble for no reason, but I was rebellious in other ways outside of school.
Like what?
Well, just in like breaking curfew, sneaking out of the house, having sleepovers, like a bunch of people.
With boys? Oh.
Yeah, boys and girls. Okay. Not that we were doing anything, but just like whoever's parent was out of town, like we'd all crash there.
Yeah.
But I mean, so that was my rebelliousness. At school, I just like did my thing.
I was a rule follower.
I didn't want to get in trouble at school.
I didn't either.
No desire. Because then I would have got punished at home too.
What was the worst trouble you ever got in at school?
I didn't get sent home because of that, but they did make me find someone who had an extra skirt. And I had a friend in another grade who had one. And
you're lucky that you found that.
So I didn't have to go home the last day of school.
That's so stupid.
So dumb.
They should have overlooked that.
And I think nowadays they probably would.
Yes.
Because parents would have a fit.
I mean, have a little leniency on the last day.
Right.
So what was the worst trouble you ever got in at school?
Okay, so one thing that I think that comes with being the second child is becoming sneaky. Mm-hmm. And that watching my brother get caught for so many things, I learned how not to get caught.
Okay.
So I did get away with a lot. And he would probably also say it's because I was a girl and my dad, like daddy's little girl kind of thing.
Which is so interesting because my brother was the youngest and I thought it was because he got away with everything. Maybe he was sneakier about it too and learned a lot, but because he was the youngest, he was the boy.
Mm.
Anyway.
Yeah. So baby, either way.
Yes.
Baby of the family. I mean, if I was out past curfew and didn't call and let my parents know I was okay, I would come home to my dad being awake on the sofa waiting for me.
And he was a police officer.
Yes, it was not fun.
No.
And like if I had a friend with me, they were like
were they in trouble too?
So scared to come to my house. They're like, oh my God. And it wasn't like because he was like a mean guy. That was a great guy. Would never lift a hand against me.
Yeah.
Not that kind of scary. Right. Intimidating. No. So, okay. We did not have cell phones.
No.
And so I remember.
We grew up in the 1900s.
But there were payphones. And so my dad, literally, I'd walk in and he he was sitting on the sofa and he would like literally flip me a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what is happening? And he's like, that's the cost of your freedom. 25 cents, because that's what it costs to pick up the payphone and call and let them know that I was alive.
Yeah. My parents never did that.
And he was like, because then I was punished.
Gotcha. So did you have to call every night when you were out?
If I was out past curfew.
Okay.
Only if I was going to be late. And when I was late, it wasn't like I'm walking in, not 10 minutes late. Like I was hours late. Like you're supposed to be home at 1. You're walking in at 4 a.m.
Oh my God, Megan, we had different experiences. I never did that until, I don't even know if I did that senior year. Like I was so nerdy and I didn't go out.
He literally flipped me a quarter and said, that's the cost of your freedom, 25 cents. And I got it after that. And he stuck to his word. If I was going to be really late, I was having too much fun, didn't want to come home.
Call.
I'd pick up the payphone and call and say, hey, I'm okay. This is where I am. I'll be home. I might not tell him exactly where I was because it was probably at a bar. But he knew. He wasn't stupid. So then I couldn't go out for like a couple weekends or something.
Oh, okay.
My brother and I, he threw parties. I threw at our house, like when my parents would go out of town. And one time, you remember those beer balls? It was like instead of getting a keg, it was a party ball. That's what they called them. The party ball was on our kitchen table, our dining table. And the next morning, when we all woke up, we were cleaning up. The party ball is in a cardboard box. And when we picked it up, the bottom cardboard stuck to the wood table.
Oh, no. Did it ruin the table?
We were lucky it did not.
Yeah, y'all were.
Because we worked at it. It was like a butcher block type style table. We were able to like soak it and kind of like get it.
Oh, you're lucky.
And get it up. But like I said, I just got away with a lot.
See, the worst trouble that I ever got in was in, there's 2 times. Well, no, the time that, so it was in 9th grade and me and my best friend decided we were going to skip school that day because it was Halloween and we're so nerdy. We were just going to trick or treat at my house. She was going to come home with me after school and we were going to trick or treat at my house.
Yeah.
And we were going to go to my dad. My dad worked in the university that was near our school. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember how we thought we were going to get there after school because I don't think dad was going to come pick us up. But we decided that we were going to leave school, walk over to the university and spend the whole day there and not go to school. And so we did. We walked, and it was a neighborhood that was a little bit dangerous. Mm-hmm. We walked through the neighborhood, and we went to the campus, and we spent all day in the library in one of those like little like cubby carols or whatever. That is how we rebelled. We spent the day hiding in the library. Yes, it was so stupid. And so then we finally got hungry and emerged, and we decided we were going to like go meet my dad and act like nothing had happened. And so it was probably like around the end of school, close to the end of school day. And we go into the Union to go get some food, and all of a sudden we feel a hand on our shoulders, and someone says, "Come here often, girls." And we turn around and it was her dad. So what had happened is that the school realized we weren't there. Yeah. Called our parents. Yeah. And apparently, like, for the at least part of the day, they were making announcements. If anybody knows where Melissa or anybody knows where Michelle, because that was my friend, is, please let us know. There's announcements being made, but all of our parents were looking for us. And dad, oh my God, I'm embarrassed still to this day. It was probably like 2-ish o'clock roughly when they found us. They made us go back to school at that time of day. We were mortified. We had to go to the principal. Yeah. And I never skipped school again until senior year. And oh, by the way, she could not come home with me. We did not go trick-or-treating. We were in trouble. But senior year, when I skipped school with my boyfriend, who picked me up on his motorcycle, I don't even think I was wearing a helmet. I still have a leg burn, by the way, a burn from when I touched that that pipe thing on the side. But I was smart then, and I unplugged all the phones. We didn't have cell phones, but I didn't want the school to call my parents. Yeah. So I unplugged all the phones and like set the phone on top of the plug so it looked like it was plugged in, and I was out. But it took me 3 years to do that because I was because I was so traumatized about the whole
I thought
school.
It was to figure out how to do it well.
That was the worst trouble. Like that was the most embarrassing. Some of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to me.
Yeah, I know once like I was like doing bad in a class, and they would mail like progress reports home.
Did you try to change it? Change the grade?
No, I got the progress report. I was home before they came home, so I got it out of the mail. It was like between report cards kind of thing. And it was probably like a D or an F or something. So it required like a parent's signature. So I signed that thing and sent it back. And they had like parent teacher conferences, and the teacher talked to them about like my grade or whatever. And they were like, we had no idea. And they're like, oh, well, this is the progress report. And there was my signature. And they came home from that meeting like really mad.
I guess so. I'm pretty sure I did that a couple of times. And also I'm pretty sure I feel like one time I tried to cut maybe an A or a B out of something else and somehow paste it on there.
Or you would try to finagle, like, okay, so if there was an F.
I never had an F.
Oh, I did.
Did you try to make it into a B?
Try to make it into a B or an A. You could make that sucker.
You could make it to an A?
Depends on the teacher's handwriting.
Bold jump from an F to an A.
One time I was driving my brother's car, not the Jeep. It was the car we had before that. And I had driven us all, like there was a dance and we all slept at my friend's house.
Yeah.
And then we were leaving the next morning and I put it in reverse and I just reversed right into my friend's car.
Oh, I've done
this other guy's car. And he was like, I was like, oh my God, like I just didn't check the rear view mirror.
I've done that before too.
I was just like 16. So I backed into my friend's car and he was literally like, it is fine because my car just had like a broken taillight. His car had a little bit more of a dent, but it was like a really old like beater that all of his brothers used or something. And he's like, my parents will not care.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not even gonna say anything. They won't even notice.
Okay.
And it was fine. True. Nothing came of it. I didn't say anything to my parents either.
Yeah.
And I didn't get in trouble for this either. I was just really good at making up shit. So like they when somebody finally noticed, my dad was like, do you know what happened to the car? Like there's the taillight's broken or whatever. And I was like, is it? I just played dumb. Like, oh my God, I wonder if somebody backed into me.
Oh my God.
Do you want to play a little rapid fire questioning, which will help us like.
I do.
Did you think you were cool?
No. Did you?
A little bit.
Okay.
Probably more than I was. First concert.
Motley Crue.
In Excess.
I loved In Excess.
Oh, so good.
I never saw them.
What was your look? Did you have a look, like a signature? What was your like everyday? Like, what did you like to wear? Go-to clothes.
I didn't have that.
Okay.
Because we just had whatever. I didn't have that.
I mean, I would say for me, it's kind of like me, still like jeans and a t-shirt, cut off jeans really was the go-to. Just cut off shorts.
If you're going to talk about go-to look, hair, I had the big curly like 90s hair.
Mine's always been thin and fine. I pretty much still have the same hairstyle.
Okay. I had like meme-worthy hair.
Was there something that was always in your locker? Like, did you have an item?
Junk. Probably crumpled up paper. I was messy.
Yeah. I had beer in my locker once.
Megan. Bad girl.
I don't know why I did that. I recently told my kids I did that.
I never had beer in my locker.
Just once. I had it in like a squirt bottle, like a water bottle. And I just took sips between glasses. I just wanted to see what I didn't get drunk by any means.
Yeah.
I think I just wanted to see if I could get away with it. And I did. What clique did you want to be in?
Well, the popular clique.
Did you care more about grades or popularity?
Popularity.
Same. Clearly. Did you ever fake sick?
Yes. I remember specifically taking the thermometer and holding it up to the light bulb.
You did like and a Ferris Bueller situation.
And so that I could stay home.
Yep. I definitely fake sick. 100%.
I wonder if mom knows that I would hold the light bulb, the thermometer up to the light bulb to get it to raise. I wonder if my temperature was like 107.
Right. She's like, okay.
Wow.
Were you intimidating or intimidated?
Intimidated.
Intimidated.
100%. No question. I was not intimidating. What about you?
I don't think I was intimidating, but I don't think I was intimidated either.
Oh, I was intimidated.
I think I'm neutral on that one.
Okay.
Did you have a bad influence friend?
I don't, not necessarily a bad influence. I mean, maybe a little, but it was more like she was wilder. The two of us together would synergize our like.
Oh, that's how my best friend and I were too. And if either of us had an idea that was somewhat,
we would egg each other on.
You're like, oh yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah. Like, whereas I wouldn't do those things by myself.
By yourself, totally. And I would say my bad influence was the guy I wound up marrying, who is now my ex-husband. So
there you go.
There you go. What did you think made someone cool?
Looks, clothes, confidence, like ability to like talk to people, because I wasn't good at that. I was like too shy to talk a whole lot, or express myself.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. Sometimes it was just, it was not something you could always put your finger on.
Yeah, some it's
you know, the
ones charisma. Who don't have to work at it.
Yes,
they're just cool.
Yeah,
they just are.
Yep,
nothing wrong with that. Did you ever call and hang up on a crush?
Yes,
100%. Were you rebellious or secretly scared? I think we know the answer to that one for each of us.
I was secretly scared.
Rebel.
Yeah. But I had a little rebellion.
I think every teenager does and should, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's now normal. What would your teachers say about you?
And that I didn't live up to my potential, probably.
Same. Not live up to my potential. My religion teachers thought that I was on drugs because I was falling asleep in class. And I was like, no, it's just boring. And I was not on drugs.
My dad asked me one time if I was on drugs because me and that same friend who I skipped school with, in the middle of the night, we made pancakes. And then
it's like they're high.
And then we made them into faces. And then one of them looked like, we decided he looked like, it looked like one of my ex-boyfriends. And then we threw it on the ground and stepped on it. And then we slipped on it and we started skidding on it. And there was pancakes on the floor. And then there became syrup on the floor. And then we decided that we should clean the floor. And so we put soap on the floor and water on the floor. And I believe my parents walked in when one of us was on our hands and knees with towels on hands and knees. And the other had pushed us across the floor to clean it. And that's when they walked in and thought perhaps we were on drugs.
I'm not going to say I didn't try any, but I was not like on drugs like a druggie. Like I didn't know.
I never tried any.
Experimentation.
I never did it. I was too scared. Secretly scared.
And they actually called my parents in to tell them that they thought that I was on drugs. And I was like,
no, you're just unmotivated. Not unmotivated. You're understimulated.
Boring.
Yes.
I like literally can't stay awake. Were you boy crazy?
Yes.
Yes. Same.
But boys were not interested.
Oh. Sorry.
I know. They weren't.
I'm not, it wasn't a problem for me, not to brag. It's not bragging, but no, I always had boyfriend or.
Yeah. That's good.
Boys interested.
Yeah. I did not.
But then there were the boys that I was interested in that were not interested.
Always. I mean, shit. That's the case now.
Did you think adulthood would be easier?
Yes. Oh my God. Did anybody not?
Yeah. No, 100%. What was your fast food hangout?
McDonald's.
Okay. I would say, I feel like there was a time period when Rallies was like really big. When Rallies came along and it was like new.
Yeah.
Not that we'd hang out at the fast food place, but it was just like we'd go get food there to then go hang out.
I gotcha. Did y'all have teen clubs? We had a couple of teen clubs.
I remember one of those.
We had 2010.
I don't remember the name of it, but
that's one I remember.
I don't think we really went. I don't think they did well here.
They did.
Because we were going and doing other things.
Well, y'all, yeah.
Whether it was a house party, a bar, or there was like the lakefront we could hang out at. That part at the park I showed you last night. Were you a note passer?
Yes.
Of course. Did you fold it up in that little thing? Yeah.
We folded it in like there's a couple ways. Did y'all do the
the fortune tellers?
Oh, that was the I forgot about that. But no, we folded the note to where
it was like, and you had that little tuck in.
The tuck in.
Yeah.
We had the tuck in.
It was the best.
Yeah. We also had the notebook. Me and my best friend had a notebook where we'd pass back and forth to write things. Definitely not nice things about people.
Right. But that was probably an easier way to not get caught because it just looked like a notebook. Smart. I like that. This is, did you think you'd leave your hometown forever?
I did not, and I wish I had. I wish I had not maybe left it forever, but wish I'd tried moving away.
With the hometown? Well, it says, do you think you'd leave your hometown? I didn't leave my hometown.
Right.
Right.
Did you think you would?
I think I thought that I would. Yeah.
Okay.
What would shock teenage you about your current you?
That I am not shy anymore.
I honestly don't know. I don't know why I asked you that because I don't know my answer.
Oh.
What would shock me? Probably that things didn't turn out how I thought, like I'm not married anymore.
Yeah.
That probably would be a big thing.
That's true. That our life path did not follow the linear path.
That didn't follow the linear path.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be mine. And I don't think we need to do a question of the day.
I think we did about 1,000
we did a
questions.
bunch of questions now.
It has been
okay.
Quite a conversation. It was less scary than I thought it would be because I was scared to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I think we were both very honest.
I think so.
Yeah. And I feel like I know you better.
Good.
I have a better sense of who you are.
Point.
Yeah. I like it.
Same.
All right, my friend.
Okay.
I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Don't forget to what?
Like, subscribe, comment, subscribe. Just
yeah. Join us.
Join us.
See you soon.
And that was all worth mentioning.
Yes, it was. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.